the recording. Hare Krishna. So today we have shloka recitation. So hope all of you are memorized the shlokas. So two shlokas we had given, and both are very important. And today is a very important topic because Bhagavad Gita is very 18 chapters are there. In that 18 chapters, as we already discussed, the middle 6 chapters, they are very, very important. And it's the essence of the entire, it's like a sandwich, the upper bread and down bread. And the middle substance is the main. So like that, Bhagavad Gita, middle 6 chapters, they are very, very, very beneficial and important because the most confidential knowledge is revealed there by the Supreme Lord Krishna. And in that particular middle chapters also, 9th and 10th chapters is very important. And now we are on the 9th chapter and shloka number 26 to 34. These are even more important. So we'll come to that. So let us now begin with our shloka recitation. Yes, first one is Anurag Prabhu. Yes, Anurag Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu 9.3. 9.34 you said, no?
Yeah, 9.34. Yes.
9.34. Asraddha dhana purusa dharmasya parantapa aprapya mamam nivaratne mrityu samsara vartmani. Those who are not faithful in devotion service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this final material world.
Which verse it was?
It was 9.3, Prabhu.
Okay, 9.3. Oh.
9.30 it was.
Yeah, there 9.34, 9.32. These verses well.
Okay, this is 9. Actually, I recited it from Veda base, so there it is mentioned 9.3 on this one.
Okay, no problem. You can tell the translation also.
Those who are not faithful in this devotion service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world.
Hari Bol. Nice. So, thank you. Next is Jitendra Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It was 9.30 or 9.34, na, Prabhuji?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, starting with 9.30. अपि चेत् सुदुराचारो भजते माम् अनन्यभाक् साधुर् एव स मन्तव्यः सम्यग् व्यवस्थितो यतिशः.
Yeah.
Translation: even if one commits most abominable actions, if he engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered as a saintly person, and because he is properly situated.
Yes, correct. Very nice. This is one of the verse which we are going to discuss elaborately today. Thank you.
9.34.
No, one only you can recite. Many devotees are there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hari Bol. So next we have Kushal Prabhu. Yes, Kushal. Okay, Kushal Prabhu is not there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I'm there.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Sorry,
next.
actually, I've not recited mantras. I will recite today.
Okay. Next time you want to recite?
I will recite mantras today and I will say you afterwards. Like I've been recited yesterday.
Okay, no problem. So, okay, so next we have Navin Prabhu. Yes, Navin Prabhu, have you memorized?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I have not memorized it, but I can recite it from the Veda base, if that is fine.
Okay, fine. You can recite it.
So, man mana bhava mad bhakto mad yaji mam namaskuru mam evasyasi yukta vaivam atmanam mata paryanaha.
Yeah. Translation.
Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me.
Yes. Haribol.
Haribol.
Haribol. So this is also one of the very important verses which tells about the glories of Bhakti Yoga. Very nice. So next we have Chaitanya Prabhu. Yes, Chaitanya Prabhu. Okay. Next is Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, I haven't memorized the shlokas, but I can read it from the Bhagavad Gita if that is not issue.
Okay, you can recite from our Gita.
Just a second, Prabhuji. I just traveled today.
Hmm.
I have to get my Bhagavad Gita back. Just give me a second. Prabhuji, which shlokas were there? I don't even remember that.
9.34 you can recite.
9.34.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Punar Brahmana Punya Bhakta Rajas Rasa Rajas
No, it
Sasya.
is 9.34.
Okay, 34.
Hmm.
Okay. Man mana bhava man bhakto mad yaji mam namas kuru mam evisasi yukta vaivam atanam mat prana parayana.
Yeah. Haribol. Nice. Thank you. So next we have Tapan Prabhu. Tapan Prabhu, have you memorized shlokas?
Yes, I actually know one 9.34.
Okay, you can recite that.
Manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam eviyasi yuktaiva atmanam mat parayana.
Yes.
Haribol.
Haribol. Translation.
Actually, manmana, one should engage his mind in Krishna, become his devotee, madhyaji, mam namaskuru, pay obeisances to him, worship him, and once he is completely absorbed in Krishna, then he will surely go back to Krishna. He'll surely go
Yeah.
back to Parama.
Correct. Haribol. Nice.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
yeah, thank you. Next is Vijay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. अपि चेतो दुराचारो अ, अपि चेतो दुराचारो भजन्ते मामनन्यभाग साधुरेव स अमन्तव्य समग्र वसितो हि स. And translation is, even if someone commits the abominable activity, uh, and if he is completely engaged in devotional service, then also he will call it as saintly person, as he is situated in devotional service with from this determination.
Yeah, correct. Haribol.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So, thank you. Next we have Vinay Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I want to say that message. Rajendra Prabhu is in traveling and Sangameshwar Prabhu in class. Teja Prabhu coming to Nizambad.
Okay, okay.
And I want to recite the sloka 9.30.
Yeah, please.
Api chetsu duracharo balte mam hanyabhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito. Is a translation.
Yeah.
One who commits the abominable actions and who engaged in devotional service, he considered the saintly person because he is properly situated with his determination and concentration.
Yeah, nice. Haribol. Thank you.
Hare
So
Krishna.
all are covered.
And Prabhuji,
Yeah.
happy Teachers Day.
Yeah. Thank you. So So now we'll start with our prayers and then we'll start our discussion on today's verses. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunvinitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you. Thank you for so nicely reciting all the verses. So many of your pronunciation also has increased by recitation of these verses regularly. So that is one of our motive also by recitation. Like some of you have recited directly from memory, and some of you have seen the Bhagavad Gita and recited. But both are beneficial because just by recitation of Bhagavad Gita, it is said that one's life is perfected. Prabhupada himself has said. First he said that when you touch Bhagavad Gita, your life is perfect. Then he said first he said that if you read Bhagavad Gita, your life is perfected. Then he says if you read the one chapter also, any one chapter, your life is perfected. Then he says even what to speak of one chapter, even one verse is read, that is done. So all of you have recited the verses, and as we recite the Sanskrit, because we don't have the habit of reciting Sanskrit language, so by this recitation it will become more and more clear, and that will help us to memorize more quickly in the coming days. So today, just before going, I will just brief you what we have discussed in the previous sessions. So this is the chapter 9. Bhagavad Gita is the king, it is said. So king is always like the main of the entire whatever say the kingdom. King is the main person. So similarly, this chapter is a king, and it's not just a name is given king, but if you see the acronym, K stands for knowledge, which we have seen. The knowledge, the glories of knowledge was given Bhakti Yoga. How this knowledge is very useful, transcendental knowledge. So because we see that there are different kinds of knowledge, like even the body, we are not this body, we are spirit soul, that is also knowledge, but it's a preliminary knowledge which just neutralizes the, it's like material world and spiritual world, it's like neutral position where you come to know that okay, I'm not this body, but I'm a spirit soul. So that knowledge is given, but as you come on this particular 9th chapter, even the most confidential knowledge is given, like soul and body, that is a confidential knowledge, and then later about the greatness of the Lord, those are more confidential. And in this verse, mainly worship of the Lord, chanting the glories of the Lord, holy name, offering obeisances, those things are going to be discussed, which are most confidential knowledge. So the glories were discussed in verse number 1 to 3. Then we saw the inconceivable relationship of the Lord with the material world, how Lord is everywhere, at the same time he is in his own abode, and he is not affected with this material modes of nature, and in that way he is very so that's how we understood that he is the Supreme Lord, who is not affected by that. At the same time, he only has created it, and he is detached from that. So that's how we saw the relationship of Krishna with this material world. And then from 11 to 25 verse, we saw different kinds of worshippers, demigod worshippers, impersonalists, and different worshippers, how they worship Krishna. And then Prabhupada glorified that actually the pure devotees who worship Krishna without any motives, they are the best, because they are Shuddha Bhakta, Kevala Bhakti, or we say Ananya Bhakti, so that they perform. And now today we are going to discuss glories of Bhakti. So why to perform this Bhakti, and what all things are hidden into this, and how to perform, that is also we are going to discuss in this this verses 26 to 34. So each verse is very important, but we will try to just quickly go through that, and whenever you get time, you can go through the purport again, and again you can go through those verses so that it will become more clear to you. So today we will just try to cover in a brief these verses. So I'll share you the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, this is the 26th verse. The verse starts only with a very wonderful way that how Lord is accepting the devotion of the devotees. So please recite this after me. Patram pushpam phalam toyam
Patram pushpam phalam
Patram
toyam
pushpam
yo me bhaktya prayashyati
yo me
tadaham bhakti uparhatam
tadayam bhakti upahatam
ashnami pretatmanah.
ashnami
Yeah, so patram pushpam phalam toyam. Patram means it's a leaf, pushpa means flower, phala means fruit, toyam means water. So this is what Krishna is going to tell. These things you offer it to me. Yes, Anurag Prabhu can read the translation.
Yes, Prabhu. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it.
Yeah, if one offers me with love and devotion, so leaf, flower, fruit, or water, whatever one offers, I will take it. So basically, if you see these four things, it is very easily available. Even the poorest person will have this. Krishna is not demanding that, oh, give me some gold, give me some lot of wealth, lakhs of rupees and crores of rupees. Not like that. Krishna is he's the proprietor of the entire world. So he doesn't need, everything belongs to him only. So you don't have to ask for that. Then why, one may ask, then why he's asking for the leaf and fruit? Is it that he's hungry, he doesn't have anything to eat, and or is he that following Ekadashi something that he is asking for such kind of things? But actually, these things he is not asking for himself, but he is actually want devotion and love for us. If you read the translation, you offer this with love and devotion. So basically, Krishna wants love and devotion only, and those things are just external. And he is writing those things which are very easily available for anyone. And one may say, okay, then other things also would have been told about any easily available thing. But these are the things which we can go. Some endeavor is required. Like even any person is there, he has to go pluck the flower or pluck the leaf and pluck the fruits and then offer it. So some endeavor is required. So that's how, that is what shows our service attitude. So Krishna says that offer your service with love and devotion. So that is most important. And some more very deep points are there in this particular verse. Like it is also said that Krishna doesn't want magnanimity or magnitude of our offering. He wants attitude of our offering. Like sometimes so some person may give 1 lakh rupees or 1 crore rupees he may give as service, as a donation to the Lord. One may think that, oh, so much donation, Lord must be so pleased with him. And there will be some another person who may just, who is very very poor from his family, and he is not able to afford. Like you in last Sunday I have shown the video also, where the person comes and he was having only some 10-20 rupees only, that much only he had. He didn't had anything apart from that, and the entire 10 rupees he offered to Lord. So actually that is more pleasing to Lord, because of course Lord doesn't want you to give up everything and then just uh, be like that. But Lord sees that what kind of devotion or love you have when you give something. So one may give 1 lakh, but it is like he may have lot of money, and from that 1 lakh is nothing for him. But the same money for this person, 10 rupees, is a lot for him. So that is what is called devotion. So it doesn't matter what how much you offer, but with what intent one offers, that matters. Like, and even this fruit vendor lady, she was in Vrindavan. When she saw Krishna, he was a small child, so she became so attracted to this Krishna that she had a basket full of fruits. So she said, whatever fruits you want, you take. And Krishna started taking, and then actually entire basket only. She said that, oh, you take all the fruits, because Krishna was so attractive, and she was so happy with she got so what we say, she just wanted to please Krishna, and she said that, okay, you take everything fruits. And she emptied the entire basket, and Krishna said, I don't have any money to give you, so what should I give? So she said, nothing is required, you are such a sweet child, I don't need anything, you take the fruits. And then Krishna still, he goes to the home, he brings some grain particles, and he just drops it in the basket of this lady. And this lady, she doesn't even care for that, she just take the basket to bring more fruits. So she wanted to even give more, because she thought that this will be less. goes there. But when she was carrying the basket, empty basket, she found that the basket became very heavy. And then she thought, oh, why it is so heavy? Then she took the basket. She saw there was a lot of gold, jewelry, diamonds, rubies, and so many things were there. And she thought how these things have come. Later, Acharya says that actually those grains which were put by Krishna, so those grains transformed into this wonderful jewelry and so many other things. So but she didn't wanted that wealth and all. So she just emptied that there, and she again took the fruits, again went back and gave it to Krishna. So that is called the offering. The attitude of offering is so important. So that's how Krishna was very pleased with this lady. Whereas nowadays we see that people sometimes they want to do business with the Lord. They say that okay, you give me this, and if I get it, then I will offer it. I will give it something to you. So they want to do some business because they know that okay, Krishna is the controller, everything is done by him. So I want to get something from him, but then I will give something. In that I want something return also. Like there was one businessman, he was having, he actually took a not businessman, one person was there, he wanted a lottery ticket. He got it, and he prayed to Lord that, oh Lord, if at all I get this 50,000 rupees, then I will be very happy, everything will be taken care in my life. So please give me this luck, and if I get 50,000, I will give you 25,000, so don't worry. Like that he had a deal with the Lord. So then of course he got the lottery, and he told his friends also that I have done such kind of thing. So he told his friends and everything, and then later he actually got the lottery 50,000, and then he thought, oh, so nice, I got everything, and he forgot about his promise. Then his friends reminded him. They said that, oh, you got already 50,000, and you had promised that 25,000 you will give to Lord. So he went to the Balaji temple, and he thought, oh, why should I give 25,000? Already I have got so much. So once he got money, he got little bewildered, and his memory was not at his point. And then he thought, let me accumulate this money fully. And he went to temple, but he just put 1 rupees or some few rupees. He just wanted to put into that hundi. And as soon as he wanted to put that in the hundi, so he had a ring on his fingers. That ring was costing around, it actually fell down while putting that money into that. And that, the cost of that ring, it was exactly 24,999. So that's how he was, Lord took his quota. So of course, the main point in this particular story telling is that Lord does not see, we can't have a business attitude with the Lord, that you give me this and then I will give you this. So we should be very careful, and we should have offering in a devotional way with love. That is what Lord is going to take. And one last example, like this Vidurani was there. Yes, Vidurani, when Krishna came to her home, so she was so ecstatic that, oh Lord, a Supreme Lord has come to my home. So what should I give now? So she had some bananas, and that was the only thing she had. And she immediately made the Lord sit in a chair, and she started offering bananas. So that banana, when you give, then you have to peel the banana, and then you give the inside substance to the guest. So when she was doing that, she actually started peeling the banana, and instead of throwing the peel and giving banana, she threw the banana and started giving the pills to banana peel. She gave to the Krishna. And because she was in so much ecstasy, she didn't understand what she is doing. She just wanted to offer it to that Lord. And Lord was so happy with her that he actually ate that banana pills. So that's how Lord's devotion is so much glorified, that he doesn't want any other thing, material qualification. He doesn't see our education, our how much wealth we have, how much beautiful we are, or how much strength we have. These all things are external. Krishna doesn't see that. What he sees is, he sees one's love and devotion. So there are many people like Gajendra. He was an animal. Even this Kubja, she was a very ugly lady, but still Krishna was giving her, because she was approaching Krishna with love and devotion. So Krishna accepted her service. So like that, there are innumerable examples in the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and so many places and in the history that Krishna accepts devotion. And even that is true for everyone. like a mother, sometimes mother, when you go home, so of course many of you are already at home because of this current situation. So mother always prepares very nice foodstuffs, and some festivals are there and she gives you, and then you are very happy to receive that. But just imagine a mother gives some very nicely prepared dish she makes and she gives to the child, and then she tells the child, oh, give me money, this much money. Then you will say, oh, what kind of this love is this, that you are giving me food and you are asking money? So that we don't feel happy. Like sometimes people go to restaurant people actually, even they don't, of course they will have some plastic smile which they do, and they will give you something and they want money from you, and that's why they are serving you. They don't consider that they may be having some food which is kept for days together. They just keep in fridge, heat it and give you, and they don't worry about your health. But the mother in home, she will be worrying about you. So same, like we also have to develop same attitude towards Lord, that we serve without any expectation, and that devotional service is very pleasing to the Lord. Okay, so we'll go to the next verse. So in the purport many points are there which I already covered in my explanation. Yeah, so same thing, like poor it's material things are not barrier. That point is mainly elaborated in this purport by Srila Prabhupada. So let us take next verse 27. Yat karoshi yat asnashi
Yat karoshi
Yat karoshi
yadasnashi,
yat pusnashi
yat juhoshi dadasi yat
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 juhoshi
juhoshi
dadasi,
dadasi yat
yat tapasyasi kaunteya
yat
yat
tapasyasi
tapasyasi
kaunteya,
kaunteya
tat kurushva madarpanam.
tat
tat
Kurusva
kurusva
Madarpanam.
maddarpanam.
Yeah, so actually sometimes some devotees may say that, oh, I don't have this love and devotion because I told so many examples. These are quite high level devotees and we are not on that level currently. Of course we should aspire for that level, and that's why I gave these examples. So we should know that I have to reach to this platform where such kind of love and devotion should be offered. But at current stage one don't have, and one may ask, okay, I don't have love and devotion, then what should I offer? Should I offer or not? So that's the question. So Krishna understood our question and he is answering in this particular verse. So yes, Naveen Prabhu, please read translation.
Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
Yeah, so he says, okay, if you are not, if you don't have love and devotion, you are not able to exclusively serve me. So this is a second stage where you want to do what you are doing, but you offer it to God. So one may be doing anything, studies one is doing, job or any other thing one is doing. It is not like direct Krishna consciousness. It is like indirectly you are just doing certain things in, so those things we should offer it to Lord. So then that is also devotional service. So like I will tell you one short example which will help you to understand this particular thing. Basically this is this verse tells that you did not intend to do the activity to please Krishna, but you did the activity because you wanted to do it, and then you just want to offer it to Krishna because, like, just imagine some prasadam is there, you have to make some preparation bhoga, and Krishna wants halwa. Just imagine, for the previous verse, Krishna wants halwa, and you nicely cook halwa for the Lord, and you nicely everything is made, and while making you have full consciousness that I am making it for the Lord, and he will be tasting it and everything. You have that kind of consciousness, and then you offer it to Lord, and whatever then after offering, then you distribute it to devotees. So that is called pure devotional service, because you cooked prasadam or that bhoga only to for Lord's pleasure. So then even when you are started cooking, that itself offering is done. Lord has already accepted your halwa. Why? Because while cooking only you had that intention that I have to give it to him. So then there is, even one may not offer also, because the consciousness is only like that. So even the offering is already taken by Krishna, because Krishna sees the intention. As soon as he sees that you are doing it for him, he has already taken it for himself. He, as soon as you remember, Krishna immediately comes and he has accepted that service. On the other hand, just like I want to eat some very wonderful some gulab jamun or something, and I start cooking it, and then we understood while cooking, oh, this anything I cook, anything I want to eat, it has to be offered to Krishna. So let us, after everything is prepared, we go to the altar, open the altar, and then keep it in front of Lord, offer it, and then take it for ourselves. So that is like this particular verse, Yat karoshi yat asnasi. Of course, this is also very high because not many people do that. So this is also not easy, that whatever we do, whatever we eat, whatever we activity we perform, that has to be offered to Krishna. So this is also not easy. So devotees, so before coming to the above stage, one has to go through this stage where one offers everything to the Supreme Lord. So this is one of the example where we see. Yeah. So and there will be, so in our life there will be some things, some activities we are directly doing for Krishna. Like Krishna tells that please spread my message to the people. Please tell them about my glories. Then we tell people that okay, you chant Hare Krishna, you read this book. So that is actually pure devotional service, because Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, and you are as it is doing without any motives from that. So then that becomes pure devotional service. Similarly, anything has to be done. If you do exclusively for Krishna, like in our temple, we have two kitchens separately. One is devotee kitchen, where devotees prasadam is made, and one is Lord's kitchen is separate. For the deities, we have a separate kitchen where exclusively food is made only for the Lord, and that is offered to Lord, and then that is distributed and all. One may ask also, no, how? So this is the main thing, that we are exclusive. Anything we make, we exclusively make, then that is very good. Of course, if we make for devotees, that is also good, because devotees are Lord is happy when he sees that devotees are getting good prasadam. So that is also good. So that's why we have two separate kitchen, devotee kitchen and Lord's kitchen separate. And every temple, this is the same thing is continued. And one may have a question that, oh, I try to offer food to Lord, but then when I keep in front of Lord, as it is, the plate comes. So how can I be sure that Lord is taking or accepting my service? So one thing we can learn from the Shastras is that Lord, actually he has senses which are exchangeable. So that means he can do any activity from his any senses. Like for us, we can by eyes we can only see. We can't do any other thing. But Krishna, by his eyes, he can eat also. By his tongue, he can hear. And so all this, his senses are exchangeable. Like even when he impregnates the material nature, he can do it through his eyes. He don't have to use any senses for that. So similarly, even eating, he can just glance at the bhoga which we prepared, and that's it. And he gives that Mahaprasadam to everyone. So that's how the, like even Govardhan, that Madhvacharya, when this he was offering a lot of food and everything to the Govardhan hill. Actually, Govardhan is a form of Krishna only. He ate everything and then he gave back again to all the people, and then it was distributed as Mahaprasadam. So that is the mercy of the Lord. So that's how Lord can do everything, and nothing is impossible for him. And okay, so this is you can read this purport also. Next devotee can read. Who is there? Abhishek Pro can read this highlighted part of this. Yeah, this one.
It is the duty of everyone to mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in any circumstance. Everyone has to work for maintenance of his body and soul together, and Krishna recommends herein that one should work for him.
Yeah, so it is duty of everyone to mold his life. So whatever we are doing, so we have to mold our life in such a way that we don't forget Krishna in any circumstance. And we work for maintaining body and soul together. That means we don't overwork, which will compromise on our chanting, which will compromise on our reading or hearing or associating with devotees. So we don't do so much over endeavor in our work or any other thing that we forget Krishna. So that has to be very well balanced. So that balancing is required when we do, like we are staying in this material world. So we have to balance our spiritual and material duties. And Krishna recommends herein that one should work for him. So that is what Krishna is recommending. Okay, so Yes, let us go to the next verse. Yes, let us recite this verse. Shubha Phaler Evam
Shubha
Shubha Phaler Evam
Mokshase Karma Bandhane
Mokshase Karma Bandhane
Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma
Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma
Vimukto Mamupaishyasi.
Vimukto Mam Upashyasi.
Yeah, so here, okay, in this verse, the results are given. What results one achieve by worshipping the Lord? Yes, Jitendra Prabhu, translation.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work, and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me, in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me.
Yeah, so you'll be freed from the bondage to work, because any type of work we do in this world, we get bound to that. So, and it's auspicious, inauspicious results also. Yeah, basically, any work you do, you get bound to that, because if you do good work, you get good karma. If you do bad work, then you get that bad karma. And even in working in some company, actually, there will be some boss, and we are actually taking money from them. So when we receive salary or something, it is also said that with that salary, you are actually getting those reactions also, which the people have acquired through that. That's why generally the some companies are there which are like for poultry farms and where the animals are killed and all. So we recommend devotees not to go to such business. They should not do, or they should not be under such people, because then they have to share the reaction for those all animal slaughters and cow killing and everything. So one should not be into that. Or McDonald's, they also do that. So such devotees are not recommended to go to such jobs. But even other jobs also, there will be some kind of reaction coming, because any work, it's not about job. Even any work one is doing, one has to get some reaction for that. But when we offer that to Krishna, then that reaction, it will not come, like what Krishna is telling here, that one becomes free from the bondage of work, and its auspicious and inauspicious results, that also goes away. So even the good karmas goes, bad karmas goes, and we get a karma, that is spiritual karma, with which we can get free from this, and we don't have to take birth again in this world. Like we get free from the cycle of birth, old age, disease, and death. So that is what happens. Yeah, Abhishek Prabhu is asking, is it true that Naimisharanya has constant vision of Lord Vishnu? Yeah, of course, because these are the Naimisharanya is a place where the Bhagavatam was spoken. All the holy places, they carry that particular vibration, spiritual vibration. So that that helps us in that. It carries. The Lord is always there at such places. Yes. So these are the auspicious, inauspicious results which we get free from that. So that's why Krishna is stressing that one should offer everything to him. So it's not for he doesn't want anything from that. So they should be very clear, especially outside people. They when they hear such thing, they think that, oh, Krishna is so selfish God. He's asking for himself. No, he's not selfish, because he's not asking for himself. He's asking so that we get purified, because that is good for us. We will become happy. It's when Krishna says surrender to me, so it's not for him. He is self-satisfied. He doesn't need our surrender. But when we surrender to him, we actually becomes happy. Whereas if we surrender, because anyway one has to surrender, one has to either serve Krishna or one has to serve Maya. So if one serves Krishna, he will be happy. If one serves Krishna, Maya, then he will get some temporary happiness. But then behind that, there is a lot of suffering and frustration is there. Then one has to take that. So to come out, so that we can come out of this, Krishna is telling us to all these instructions. So that's why it is said that envious people cannot understand these instructions of Krishna. When he says that surrender to me, or do this, offer obeisances, they think Krishna is very proud. So that's why Krishna tells this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, who is non-envious. And we also should be non-envious, so that we can apply these instructions in our life. Okay, so let us go to the next verse, 29. Yes. Samoham sarvabhuteshu
Samoham sarvabhutesu
Samoham
सर्वभूतेषु
name deshosti na priyaha
Name
me
न मे
deshosti na
देशोऽस्ति न प्रियः
te bhajanti tu mam bhaktya
ye
ये
bhajanti tumam
भजन्ति तु मां
bhaktya
भक्त्या
mai te teshu chapyaham.
maite
मयि
te
ते
chapyaham.
तेषु चाप्यहम्
Yeah. So yes, Krishna Prabhu, please read translation.
Yes. Mm, Just a second. I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me, I am a service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
Yeah, so actually Krishna is, because he is out of all this envy, all these things are in us, it is not in Krishna. So when Krishna say I envy no one, why he is telling like that? Because people doubt Krishna's character. They think that okay, Krishna is very, he's killing demons, he's not killing the devotees, or he's protecting devotees, he's doing this. So one may say Krishna is so partial, he is very partial in his dealings, and he favors some people, he doesn't so many people have such kind of doubts. So one thing is which the like a teacher, you know that when teacher is teaching in the school, so there are many students who are hearing from the teacher, and teacher is equal to everyone, she wants to give knowledge to everyone. That's how, that is the duty of a teacher. So she teaches everyone, and the students, they will grasp in different ways. There will be some students, they will be sleeping in the class, they don't even pay attention to what is being taught. And there will be some students, they will be making some noise and some disturbance. And there will be some students who are very very attentive, they sit on the first row in the classroom, and they hear everything whatever teacher is teaching, and then they apply that. And after the class, they also go to the teacher and they ask for more things, they clarify the doubts if they have any, and they try to get more clarification into their subjects. And the teacher is very happy with them, because whenever the teacher is teaching, she wants that the student should understand. So when students ask questions, so she is very happy. So all other students, majority students go away, there will be few people who are very serious, they will come to teachers, they will start asking questions and all. So those students will get more attention in terms of teacher will give more knowledge to them. So it's not the, is it the teacher is partial? No, it's teacher is not partial, but teacher wants to teach everyone, but those who are serious, they want to get more knowledge. So similarly, Krishna is impartial, he is not like partiality making that I will give this to him, not to him. Even kind of Krishna consciousness we all are doing, that is because one who is interested, he will want to read more, he want to associate more, he want to come for classes, he want to chant the holy name more. Krishna is not going to say that, oh, let him chant, he should not chant, or like that. There is no kind of distinction like that. So Krishna wants everyone to chant, but there will be some people who will take to it very seriously. Some people take to it and they are still casual. They may not complete their rounds on time, or they'll not be so serious. And there will be some people who may not even start chanting also. They will just run away. So in that way, there are different categories, and Lord reciprocates with each devotee according to their qualification, or according to their motives or intention. So there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita only it comes, Ye yathamam prapadyante. So as you surrender unto me, that way I will reciprocate with you. So it's like, so like it is also said that if you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna will take 1,000 steps. So he's ready to help you, but you have to take at least one step. Then you take second step, again Krishna will come closer. But if somebody doesn't want to even look at Krishna, he is looking at that side, Krishna is here, then Krishna can't help him, because he is not ready to offer only any, he is not ready to accept that help. So that's how Krishna reciprocates with the devotees. Yeah, so here Prabhupada in per part is giving example that about rain. Rain, when it showers now, rainy season is there, lot of rains are coming. So regardless of weather, it falls on, rain doesn't see that okay, I will fall in this particular area or not this, or I will go only in the water, not the rocks are also there. Those areas I will not go. So rain is actually goes everywhere, but and there will be people who will get advantage of that. So it's not about some kind of partiality. So that is the thing. Yes. Let us go to the next verse. Next verse is very important and lot of hope giving. And one of the very important verses. Many of you have recited this today. Let us go here. I think we may be able to complete only this verse today, and other 4 verses we may take in next class, because this is very important verse. Okay, please recite this after me. Picheta suduracharo
Api
अपि चेतसुराचारो
bhajate mamananya bhak
भजते
भजते मामनन्यभाक्
sadhureva samantavyaha
साधुरेव समन्तव्य
samyak vyavasito hi saha.
सम्यग् व्यवसितो हि सः.
Yes, Chalbro can read translation. Okay, Kushal Pro is not there.
Prabhuji, I'm there.
Okay, please read translation.
Translation. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination.
Yeah, even if one commits most abominable action. Now, because we are talking about devotional service and devotees, what activities they do and what all things are being done, sometimes it happens that a devotee may also commit mistake. So one should not think that devotee means is perfect. He will not have any problem or anything. He will be perfect. Not like that. So because we have a big baggage of conditioning coming with us. So when we come to Krishna consciousness, we accept it. But then after coming also, there will be some kind of some conditionings will be there which may come up eventually in the course of our dealings with devotees or like that. Some may become angry on other devotee, or some may, of course, these are very small faults or small mistakes, but there can be even bigger mistakes also. But here it is said that even if one commits such abominable action, if he is engaged into devotional service, then he is properly situated and he is to be considered as saintly, sadhu reva samantavya. So we can consider him saintly. And further, here it is said also, because there will be some fall down may happen in the life of devotee, because we are living in the material world where there is a lot of big force of Maya, which is trying to allure everyone to the material activities. So yeah, see, it is said here, it may be seen that a person in Krishna consciousness commits some act which may be taken as abominable, but such temporary fall down does not disqualify him. So he may temporarily come out, or like even Bharat Maharaj was in that case. You see, the Bharat Maharaj, he got attached to the deer. So in that way, he got deviated from his Krishna conscious practice. So one may say, oh, he has gone case. Now he is no more devotee. We should just we should not deride him. That is an offense, because he has again taken to Krishna consciousness. So now he is so that's how he is a pure devotee. He is a saintly person. He is to be considered saintly. So that was a temporary fall down in his case. So at this time, I want to tell you one pastime of Srila Prabhupada's disciple, which Rameshwar Prabhu. He was a very good disciple of Prabhupada. Just 2 days before I heard his class. And this Rameshwar Prabhu, he was at Prabhupada times. He is the one who completed the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the entire the books actually published in 2 months. So before that, it was taking long time in 1 month, because publishing book is not such easy. If any of you are into that field, you will understand the publishing book, especially this particular book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, which has Bengali, because other Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam verses are in Sanskrit, Chaitanya Charitamrita verses are in Bengali, and translation of that into English and making that word to word meaning of that, and then putting paintings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and those Leela which are in Mayapur and Navadvip, such places. And so such kind of things were there. A lot of, and you have to print also. Printing also takes a lot of time, and printing press has to be there, everything is to be corrected. So this Rameshwar Prabhu, he was taking care of that in Prabhupada times. And Prabhupada actually told him to publish books, because Prabhupada wanted books to get published very. Nowadays we have everything available, we don't have too much worry about that. We just go to a ISKCON temple, take the books and read it. But that time books were just Prabhupada was dictating, one devotee was transcripting it, and then publishment, everything used to happen. So that entire thing used to, there were 45 devotees in the printing press who were working on this. Still actually the Rameshwar Prabhu told everything, how the complexity of that everything. And when, but Prabhupada wanted it, that work to be happen very quickly. So he said that in a 1 month one canto used to get published. He said at one time that everything should be ready in 2 months. And the entire Chaitanya Charitamrita with 18 volumes it has, everything has to be published. And this Rameshwar, who was in charge for this, he said impossible, it is not possible at all. And there were all big leaders of Prabhupada disciples, they were standing at one side, and they were also thinking, yeah, how it can be possible like that. And Rameshwar Prabhu directly told Prabhupada, it's impossible Prabhupada, it cannot happen. And then Prabhupada looked at him and he said, impossible is a word in Fool's dictionary. So it's a famous quote. But of course Prabhupada was very serious about that. And then that, when that statement actually hits Rameshwar Prabhu a lot, and then later on he told that day entire story, how he puts 3 conditions, then Prabhupada please give me this temples and this I can distribute, and I like that. And later on, of course, he did it also, and that was a miraculous or revolutionary thing in history of this. And later what happened is, when Prabhupada left this planet, and then this Rameshwar Prabhu, there was some kind of setback in his life for some years, quite many years. Actually, he was doing a very good work. After this also, he was there the entire time when Prabhupada was on this planet. And after that also, he was serving ISKCON very nicely. At one particular time, then he left ISKCON. That was like a temporary fall down. And around many years later, then he went into business thing and all. He was in China, and he got fully busy into that. And one day he was having, I think he was eating something, had in that eating, actually when you eat that particular cookie kind of thing, when you eat, when you break that, you get some chit, where you come to know that some slogan will be written. So people take that and eat it. So he also took it once, and he, when he break that cookie, and one paper came out, and when he read, it was the same statement of Prabhupada, impossible is word in a Fool's dictionary. And as soon as he read that, he started crying. He immediately understood that Prabhupada is calling me. And he understood that is a Paramatma, he has revealed me through this particular statement. And then he left everything, all his business, everything. Then he immediately jumped back to the ISKCON temple, and then he played to the devotees, I want to come back, I want to again start my all devotional activities. And then again he was taken. Now he's one of the very senior disciples of Prabhupada, and he's doing the things. And of course he is lot of humility. Now also, when in Juhu temple he was told to give Bhagavatam, he did not sit on the Vasas. He said, I am not qualified to sit. And but he has such a great realizations of the entire practice of Krishna consciousness. So we see that for some period of years he had some kind of setback in his life, but that did not disqualify him to become pure devotee. So he is now, and even the way he was describing his the entire Prabhupada pastimes, that was really really very inspiring. So that is Rameshwar Prabhu. And there are some more disciples of Prabhupada. Even this Haigriv Prabhu is there. He was at Prabhupada times only, he had that setback. And and he had come back also in Prabhupada's, when he was there that time only. And Prabhupada accepted him. He neglected whatever part that setback happened, but he accepted the devotion, again accepted the devotee. So in that way, even Lord Krishna doesn't reject any devotee who had some temporary fall down or something. Like sometimes, even in our life also it may happen. We may have some temporary fall down or some kind of setback, but one should not leave the association of devotees, or one should not like here it is said that one should engage in the devotional service, then he will be. So that's why it is said that it is recommended one should never give up chanting. Even you are facing the most difficult situation in one's life, still one should not give up chanting. One should always continue that with that faith, and Krishna will take care. Even if we have sometimes we become weak in our practice of Krishna consciousness, Krishna will take care. He will again bring us back. So the chanting has to be continued, and devotees association should be continued. So that will help us to overcome this. And yeah, here it is said also. Yeah, here Prabhupada is telling also that one should not give any stoppage to the chanting. See, one Prabhu, you can read this. Yes, Tapan Prabhu. Okay. Chaitanya Prabhu can read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Therefore, a person who is situated in Krishna consciousness and is engaged in with determination in the process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, should be considered to be in the transcendental positions, even if by chance or accident he is found to have fallen.
Yeah, so here we said one should continue with determination the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Also in the next verse it comes also. Yeah, see here it says the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it should be continued without any stoppage. So whatever kind of difficulties come, one should still continue. And what is next? Yes, Vinay Prabhu can read this. Next, what is written? Yes, Vinay Prabhu. Okay, Vijay Prabhu can read.
Yes, Prabhuji. The chanting of Hare Krishna,
No,
Hare
the
Krishna,
next
Krishna.
statement. Next statement.
This will protect a devotee from all accidental fall downs. He will thus remain perpetually free from all material contaminations.
Yeah, this will protect the devotee from all accidental fall downs. So don't think that I am going to be a very first class devotee going on and on. There will be difficulties come. There may be accidents. Like accidents doesn't tell you that I am going to come. It just happens. That's how we say accidentally it happened. So even the fall down may happen accidentally. Sometimes even without our notice also. So what one has to do, Prabhupada is telling, chant Hare Krishna without any stoppage. That will protect a devotee from all accidental fall downs, and he will thus remain perpetually free from all material contamination. So this is the hope for us, that we should never stop chanting. Even Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he was there. He said, never leave ISKCON. This he had when devotees take diksha from him, he used to have this slogan also, that okay, I will follow four regulatory principles, I will chant 16 rounds, I will never leave ISKCON. That is also he puts in that the vows of initiation. So that is very important, because chanting has to be continued, association of devotees, because even if there will be some little bit here and there difficulties, we will be protected by this weapons of spiritual life. Yes, somebody raised hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Prabhuji, I have one question. Prabhuji, just now we read the particular sloka, Prabhuji, and in translation, they have told us if someone is in devotional service, then he is saintly person only, because he is situated with firm determination. But Prabhuji, now in purport we are going to get that if someone is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and if accidentally or by mistake, if he'll get that he's fallen down here, then also we have to consider him as a good devotee. But Prabhuji, if I want to convince other one, like if someone is who is not know about don't know anything about ISKCON, so most probably don't know about Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So most probably he'll say that where actually Hare Krishna Mahamantra they have wrote, and So through purport Prabhuji, we are getting some knowledge, which is really important because we have faith on Prabhupada. But if someone who is not from ISKCON, so how we can convince them, Prabhuji? If someone asks question, then
Means you are saying that if somebody is chanting Hare Krishna, but he's not so serious devotee, maybe he's chanting just few rounds or and so how to convey this particular thing to him?
yes, Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji.
So actually, basically, this is if he is engaged into devotional service, he is considered to be saintly because he is properly situated in its determination. So basically, this applies to a proper devotee. It's not about like newcomers means they have to first come to the level of becoming a devotee, and this is the verse which comes after that. Like there will be some kinds of accidents or fall down after one becomes a proper devotee. So that is what it is considered to be. And even of course in initial stage also that may happen. So that will give him, that will still protect him. Like neha vikramanashosti tatye vayane vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya. So little bit if you want to perform devotional service, trayato mahato bhayat, he will be saved from the greatest danger. So so even little devotional service, even if somebody is standing few rounds also, still he will be protected. How he will be protected? He may not even sometimes he may fall down and he may not even continue in the entire life, spiritual life back. But in the next life again he will, next life or even same life also it may happen. There are many devotees in India, they started chanting, did something, but they did not become much serious. But when they went to Western countries and they got in because there they felt very lonely or what kind of they felt the need of spirituality, and they connected with devotees, and immediately there are many cases like that, those who went to Western countries and became devotees in that way. So maybe that some period will be there, but at one point of time they are going to get Krishna consciousness in the same lifetime, or sometimes one may take birth in the next life and again he may get in association of devotees. Even all of us, actually we are now reading Bhagavad Gita and coming, it's not like something we are something Krishna has shown some special favor to us. Maybe in the past life some devotional service we must have done which did not become full, it did not become complete, and now again we are continuing from that. So that's how this is there. And when outside people, if you want to convince also about this particular thing, basically you don't have to tell about most abominable, you have to tell this only, that there will be some faults in a devotee. Like sometimes a devotee also may become angry. One should not, like sometimes when people see devotee they think that, like once we were traveling in train and there were some instances where a devotee became very angry about the seat or become the other, because of the behavior of the other person he became angry. And even the fault was of other person, all people started accusing this devotee. He said, oh, you are a sadhu, how can you become angry? If you also do, then what is the, so they all started doing like that. So then we all observed that, and we, so what we told the devotees, actually we have to be very we have to follow certain etiquettes when we go out, because people expect that with us. So some mistakes may happen, but we have to recover that. But we can't say that, oh, this devotee was really not a proper devotee. No, he's a proper devotee, but it happened that that particular situation he couldn't control his anger and it came out. And the people, when they see this, we have to tell them, okay, no problem, it was such a mistake, we should have just asked forgiveness. And those people will understand, okay, he became angry, but now he's asking forgiveness also. If angry everyone becomes, but there are very less people who will become, who will ask forgiveness and all. So a devotee should immediately rectify his mistake or fault. And even this thing we can tell to new people also, that devotees, even if they commit mistake, they will still be they rectify that, and that's why they are still glorified, they are still saintly. Like one reporter, when he came to Prabhupada, actually Prabhupada was giving class and he saw, this reporter saw that there were some people who were sleeping in the class. So this reporter, he went to Prabhupada, not reporter, he was some person was there, outside person, non-devotee. So he went to Prabhupada after the class. He said, what is this, Prabhupada? Your disciples are sleeping in the class. What kind of, they are not properly doing their duties. So Prabhupada, now Prabhupada may say that, oh, yeah, what to do? They are so fallen. They are sleeping in my class. He did not say that. What he said is, he said, yeah, they are, he said that they are sleeping in class, but still even whatever they could heard, even in that state, still they are so much renounced. They are given up so many things, so many material habits. They don't go to cinemas, they don't watch TV, they don't do intoxication, they don't eat animals and meat eating, all these things they don't do. With sleeping also they are so much transformed, and you are hearing everything, but still you are continuing your bad habits. So what is the use of that? So that's how Prabhupada took the side of his disciples. So one has to see that if a devotee is engaged into good activities, in the chanting of the holy names and spiritual activities is performing, little bit here and there may happen, but we should still consider the devotee more glorious than an outside person who may be so-called good in the etiquettes or some kind of what we say activities and all. But the spiritual activities are always glorified. So hope this answers your question.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Yeah, so thank you all very much. So we end here for today, and the remaining 4 verses are there. We'll quickly complete that, and we'll even start with the 10th chapter in the next class. So 4 verses are there that are not so big. So thank you very much, Abhishek Prabhu, Anurag Prabhu, Jitendra Prabhu, Krishna Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare
Navin
Krishna.
Prabhu, Tapan Prabhu, Vinay Prabhu, and Vijay Prabhu. Thank you all very much.
Prabhuji,
Thank you very much, Guruji.
Yeah.
I'm Kushal.
Yes.
I have one doubt. Do you have some time?
Yes, yes. Those who want to leave the meeting, because officially we have ended. Those who want to leave, they can leave. And Kushal Prabhu can ask question.
Like how to know one is really a sincere devotee and one is pretending?
Sincere devotee means he basically sticks to his vows or commitment, whatever he has taken. Like suppose somebody is chanting 5 rounds or 4 rounds, he has that much commitment and he does it regularly. That is a serious devotee. Even that devotee is serious, because whatever chanting rounds or anything he has done, he is doing that regularly and taking guidance. Like in case he is feeling difficulty, there may be some circumstances where he may face some challenges while performing these activities. So then he should take help from the other devotees or his friends or even the superior. He should take help from them, that I am undergoing such kind of situation. So how to overcome this? So that is called sincerity. That means you are undergoing some problem which is making you weak in your spiritual life. So immediately you take help for that. So you become, that is a serious, the sign of seriousness. It's not that if he is facing difficulty that he is insincere or like that. So he is serious, he is doing that. Pretending means when he is facing difficulty, he left also spiritual activities, but he doesn't want to take help from any devotees. He is enjoying the material life. He just don't want to. He think that okay, spiritual life too much. I have done enough in my till now. Now let me just relax and do some other things. When he meets devotees, he say, "Oh, everything is going very nicely. Everything is going good. I'm doing everything nicely. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna." He just says and goes, but actually is not following. So that is called pretending. So basically, we should be honest, and we should any difficulty comes, we should approach. That is the main thing. Difficulties will be there, challenges will be there, but we should take help. That is called sincerity.
Dhanyavad Prabhuji.
Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all very much. So we'll end here, and next time we'll continue with our further discussion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Prabhuji. Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Anurag Prabhu, you are coming to Pune?
I am planning, Prabhu. I'm trying. Actually, I'm searching for job there, but unfortunately, I'm unable to find job. मैंने सर प्रभु एक मुंबई में मेरे को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है. कल इंटरव्यू है. देखते हैं कैसा क्या. मैंने आपको बीच में कॉल किया था, but some other प्रभु जी received the call and told me that आप घर गए हो.
Yeah, correct. I was, for 1 week I had gone home. Now my number is back. I am again using that. In between I went home and mobile was kept with other devotee. That's but now I am available.
तो घर पे सब ठीक तो है ना, मतलब आप ऐसे ही गए थे ना?
Just like that only I went, just to meet parents. Yes.
कैसे हो प्रभु आप?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
मैं भी प्रभु से ही हूँ.
आज ऑफिस खुला था सुबह तो ऑफिस चला गया था, इसलिए मैंने आपको मैसेज ड्रॉप कर दिया था कि मे बी unable to recite.
No problem, but you joined on time. You recited also, Shloka.
हाँ वो मुझे लगा कि मैं अभी बाहर रहूंगा तो शायद नहीं कर पाता, लेकिन मैं जब तक घर पहुंच गया था.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
Yes, sir.
So come soon to Pune. I will also pray for you. You get some job in Pune so that you come and stay with devotees. Yeah.
Happy Teachers Day, Prabhu. मेरे गुरु तो आप ही हो अभी.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhupada is Guru for everyone.
Yes, Prabhu, he is. But मुझे तो आपने रास्ता दिखाया ना उन तक का. मेरे से पहले तो आप हुए.
Yeah.
और प्रभु आपकी हेल्थ वगैरह सब सही ना?
Yeah, everything is good.
ठीक है प्रभु, मैं कॉल करता हूँ आपको.
हाँ, you can call me now. My number is there. You can call me anytime. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So I'll end the meeting. I think Tapan Prabhu is doing some other work. It seems he's not visible. Okay.